Ed, we know that Matt Wieters was operated on today for Tommy John surgery. Give us a little bit of an update, please.
Yeah, I mean, the surgery was successful today in Gulf Breeze, Florida. The offices of Dr. James Andrews, the renowned orthopedist. It was a pretty simple procedure. Actually, it's just not a simple procedure. You know, they took a tendon from Matt's wrist, from his right wrist, and used that to reconstruct his elbow, his ligament in his elbow. Also, they shaved off a bone spur there in the elbow and transposed a nerve there that was kind of leading to some tingling sensation in Matt's elbow when he was throwing. So I think that as far as what Buck Showalter said, everything went well. The time frame on that is 9 months, so the team's still hopeful that he will be ready in time for opening day 2015. All signs point to that right now. Obviously, he'll start rehab pretty quickly, stay in Gulf Breeze tonight and return to his home in Atlanta tomorrow. And from what Buck was saying is that he would start some of that rehab pretty quickly.
A lot of hard work ahead for Matt Wieters. Now, Miguel Gonzalez gets the start tonight. The Orioles had to make a roster move. Update us on that, Ed.
Yeah, I mean, what they did to make room for Gonzalez, who's coming off the 15-day disabled list, was designate Josh Stinson, a right-handed reliever, which really kind of puts the Orioles a little bit in a pinch with the bullpen. They only have 6 relievers and 6 starting pitchers right now. The one thing Buck doesn't like to use is the term 6-man rotation, but really that's what they've got right now is really a 6-man rotation. But right now he hopes just to get to the point where they get to that doubleheader a week from Friday against Tampa Bay, and to that point, see how it all shakes out. But right now, you've got 6 starters, 6 relievers. So right now, it really hasn't affected them because you've gotten some really good starts from the starting rotation. But you're always kind of walking a tightrope when you only have 6 relievers in the bullpen.
We know Manny Machado had one period went 0 for 18, then he was 6 for 11. Now he's just struggling a little bit again. I noticed he's dropped down in the lineup back to 7th. What are the situation there?
Yeah, I mean, I think really what I asked the Buck about that in the pregame, and I think really what that's really about is just kind of adding Manny's bat down to the bottom of the lineup to really give it some that last third of the lineup a little bit of pop. Obviously, that was a little bit evident last night in the 7, 8, 9 holes. Was that they really didn't have much pop, and you also allows you get Steve Pearce up in the lineup, and he's hitting 306. He should probably be being in the lineup a little bit more often right now these days, and you get him in the DH spot and you get him in the number 2 hole where he can get some at bats, and then like I said in the 7 hole, Manny's hit really well there. He's hit 286 there in a pretty limited role. He's had three game spurts there a couple of times, and then they moved him back to the number 2 spot. But once you put him down there, you kind of are allowed to extend the lineup a little bit, and you always have to account for Manny Machado down there. So obviously, ideally, those bottom spots, a lot of people you don't know what to make of them, but it's so important because it does lead to the turnover of the lineup, and when in the top of the lineup, that will allow Nick Markakis to drive in more runs from the leadoff spot and then trickle down towards the big bats there. But those last 3 spots have really been struggling lately, and this has kind of moved to kind of allow them to give a little bit more pop with Manny's bat there.